What's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another video. Today is kind of a late night recording session for me, so I'm just going to keep it simple and give you an update on how my portfolio has been performing over the past month or so. I will be talking about the companies that have either moved my stock significantly or the ones that have moved my stock down significantly as well, and what my plans are with those companies and what I see coming for the year 2020 as far as those companies go. Also, I want you guys to comment down in the comment section. I just kind of want to open up a conversation around the stock market and stocks in general, whether you guys think that my stocks are good companies to hold or if they're due for a huge correction. Also, if you have any stocks that you invest in or have your own portfolio, I'd love to get your opinion on those companies that you hold and what you think is going on. So with that being said, let's go down to my portfolio so you can see what's been happening lately. Okay, so here's my complete portfolio. I'm currently up 32.79% all time, which I think is pretty good. My total gains is a little over $1,800 and 43 bucks of that total coming in the form of dividends. In the long run, I think that my dividends will outpace my capital gains, which, as you all probably already know, is the main focus of my portfolio. You basically have to do all the work up front of depositing money whenever you can to be able to see those dividends increase over time. Now, if we look at the chart for the past month or the past 30 days, my portfolio has gone up over $500, which is pretty cool that I came across this thing called the stock market that literally grows your money without you having to do very much work. All I had to do was do a little research and then wait and watch it go up. Pretty good return on about 3 hours a week worth of work, if you ask me. And then if we go back to my holdings down here, it's a range from the one with the highest amount of money all the way down to the lowest amount of money. And the one at the top of the list is my Schwab Dividend ETF. And this one provides a good base for diversification. This fund is made up of several companies that pay a focus on paying dividends, and I get a little dividend from each one of those companies as they come in. So this one's kind of a boring one. Like I mentioned, it doesn't really fluctuate too much except for these 2 times. But if you just hold the course and stick with it, it'll eventually come back up, as you can see here. Not the biggest return on something that I've held for a really long time. I think this one I've had it for over 2 years now, and only I'm at 10%, but that's okay. It continues to pay and increase their dividends over time, which is, all I'm kind of looking for. In the past month, it's gone up a little bit, $21, about 1.8%, which is, at least it's gaining, it's not losing. The next company that I want to look at will be Tesla, which I must say is just been crazy. I can't believe I have over 100% return. That just basically means that I've successfully doubled my money on this one in a really short amount of time. Basically, I had it back in July. That's when I in the previous month before July, that's when I started buying this company. And ever since, it has just been shooting up. And then right here is this dip where I sold out about maybe $600, $500 or so. If you haven't seen the video where I talk about why I did that and what I decided to do with the money, I'll leave a link in the description and on the notes up there at the top of the video, so you can check it out if you want. But even after I sold out of the company, it has just been going up and up and up again. And this is the main reason why my portfolio has been doing pretty good in the past couple of weeks and months, and even the past quarter. As far as Tesla goes, what I plan on doing, and I will just continue to hold it, especially because next week, January 29th, Tesla will release their 4th quarter earnings for last quarter of 2019. Super excited. I think it should be a positive outcome in terms of how many cars they delivered and how much profit they made and all that, which I believe if everything does come out positive and they did a good job, then the stock will rise even some more, because more people are going to want to try to buy in now that they can see that Elon Musk is successfully running the company into a profit. I don't plan on selling anytime soon. I'll just keep it going. Now, if in my portfolio gets unbalanced once again because Tesla shares keep going up in price, then I'll probably sell a little bit, but I won't completely sell out of the company. I only really have about 2 shares, so I don't want to get any lower than that because I want to make sure I am able to reap in the profits that this company has to offer. Then the next company is Apple. I'm doing pretty good on this one as well, 56%. So I've gained about half my money back on my original investment. And this is the other company that I sold out of just to kind of balance out my portfolio. I was almost at $2,000, $1,900, and then I ended up selling. What did I sell at? I sold about $900 because I brought it back down to $1,000, and ever since then, this one as well has gone up. Not a lot, about $70, but it's still, even though right now Apple is at an all-time high in terms of its share price. If you look at the 5-year, yeah, it's at an all-time high, which is pretty good. Some may say that this company is overvalued, and with a PE ratio of 27, it's getting up there out of my comfort zone, but this is another company that I don't really have a lot of shares. I have 3.3 shares, so I don't want to get too low on Apple, and I'm just gonna see where it takes me because I know they got some more profits that are gonna come in. It's a $1.4 trillion company, one of the largest out there, so pretty awesome. And their dividend is not even 1%. I wish it was a little bit higher since they have all that cash sitting around. They should be increasing it here in the future, but still got plenty of room to grow. Next company I'm going to talk about, maybe Facebook. It's been doing all right. Finally up. I was down for the longest time, and then it's finally recovered. That's why I'm only up about 8%, even though I've held it for a really long time. This has to do basically with all the scandals about the privacy issues and that kind of stuff, which is why it's been kind of struggling lately. If we look at the actual graph for Facebook, yeah, it's been dropping. It dropped this much, and it's just been trying to recover. It's really actually at an all-time high at the moment, which is nice. It just doesn't feel like it since I've been in the negatives for so long, but this is a company, this one and Tesla are the only ones that I don't have that don't pay me dividends, but are ones that I'm willing to hold because I feel like this is the easiest money you can buy in the stock market. I don't foresee people around the world not using Facebook just because of a privacy issue. If anything, nobody really cared about that except for investors thought that people were gonna stop using Facebook. But if anything, if you look at the data, more and more people every quarter are using Facebook, and that's not even mentioned their other platform, Instagram, that it's becoming super popular, and it just continues to grow and grow. And they also have WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, which is a completely separate thing, but it's all related under Facebook. Next company is Realty Income Corporation. Not a very big position, as you know. I just started with this one, but really like it. Its valuation continues to get more and more expensive as time goes on ever since I bought it, because I think I bought it at like maybe 50, which is still pretty high, but I wanted to get in on those dividends with this one. If we look at the activity for the month of January, last time I got paid was December, and then January 15th, I got paid $1.02. Not really that much. I don't expect any other companies to pay me in the month of January, so this is gonna be it. It's definitely not a lot. But if we look at last month in December, I was at 89 cents. So it's definitely going up little by little. I just got to keep my course with this. Main reason I bought this company was because I needed some real estate, and because just this company pays out monthly. So it'll be interesting to see how much the dividend increase from this month to next month, because I'm planning on depositing more money into this company as well. Not much to say about that one, just good old Costco. This is another kind of boring company that just has some fluctuation, but it definitely over the long term just goes up. That's why I'm only up about 11%. But they do pay dividends. I've made about $3 out of the 72 out of the 75 that have been gains. $3. If we look at their share price, it's definitely at one of the all-time highs, which is good to see. PE ratio of 34. Dividend yield is super low of just 0.84. They should be able to continue to increase that over time. As you can see here, 57, 57, 57, and then they increase it to 65, 65, 65. So I'm assuming the next dividend I'm gonna get paid is about 65 cents as well. And then Pfizer, not much to say. I just bought it and it's just been doing okay lately. That's why it's only at 1%. Now, Boeing has been struggling tough. As you know, another plane got shot down out in Iran. That caused the plane to go down. Costco is they did mention that they're not gonna cut their dividend, which is good. Although they are losing money, so it kind of worries me about where are they getting this dividend money. I did see a report that they are trying to raise for $10 billion for their company just to kind of help themselves out in the future, which is not a good sign. This next quarter, they need to pay $2 billion worth of dividends. So I'm assuming, could be wrong, but I'm assuming that the reason why they're asking for that $10 billion, part of it is to be able to pay their shareholders their dividends, which is something that their shareholders really look forward to. Right now, Boeing is definitely like at a 52-week low. It's still pretty expensive, but they do have a nice dividend of 2.5. Then I have Carnival Corporation, which is one of the new ones that I just bought. I'm actually down all time on this one. So what that means for me is probably a good time to buy because it is pretty cheap. PE ratio of 11.1 with a dividend yield of 4.2, which is super good. I'm down 2%, which comes out to $10, which is really not that big of a deal. If anything, I'm just gonna keep buying this company until it gets back to the average price that I bought at of 48. Sits at 47, so I'm getting about $1 cheaper per share. Not a lot, but it's definitely cheaper, so I'll get it. Then the last few companies I have don't really matter that much to me because they don't have a lot of weight on my portfolio. Next Era Energy, I wish I could buy more of this, but ever since I bought it, it's just been going up. I'm up 27%, and I just can't bring myself to buying a company that is that much more expensive than when I bought it. But at 188, it sits at 263. No way I'm paying for that price for this company. PE ratio is at 36, so it's pretty expensive. Does have a nice dividend yield. I've been getting about 50 cents a quarter on this one, so we'll see how that goes. If we can get a decent correction where it dips a lot, I'd definitely take that opportunity to buy next dip it has, but it really hasn't done that. And you can see here, if we look at the overall, it's just a crazy exponential curve that's been happening here. I'll just keep being patient and not buy when it's super expensive. The other one is Chase, but this one's only $10. But again, Chase has just been going crazy, up 14% with only investing about $10. So not much to say there. I'm just waiting for a healthy correction so I can start buying these because right now I don't want to buy any Boeing. Kind of sketches me out at the moment because I don't know how they're going to fix this huge problem that they have in regards to their 737 MAX planes. I'm gonna give them this year. As soon as if they do end up cutting their dividend, then I will have to sell at a loss, unfortunately. And if I were to sell out today, I'd lose $74, which, it is what it is. Sometimes it happens with investments, but overall, I think I've been doing pretty good. Like, as you can see, 32% return on like a $5,200 investment that I made. So far, so good. Okay, so that was just a quick overview of how my portfolio's been doing for the past month or so. Overall, it's been great. The only one that's kind of dragging down my portfolio is Boeing with about $100 down so far. But that's why it's good to diversify, because then when one company is really down, the other ones can help carry the whole team in a sense. So I didn't want to keep the video going for much longer, so I appreciate anybody that watched this video. And if you like this video and want me to do any more updates on a monthly update on my portfolio, go ahead and give me a drop down, a like below, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.